What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk about muln today just because whoever this dude is tweeted at me this morning and he made me Teddy on Mount Rushmore. So, I thought, well, I can give him a few minutes of my time just to shout him out, underscore LLIDWJ. If you're looking for somebody to follow, looks like he's a muln fan. I don't know who any of the other creators are, so I apologize. I don't watch other people's content. I don't want my perspective to be hinged by anybody else's whatever they're saying or talking about. But hey, anytime anybody's talking about your stock, you should be happy. At least it's given a little bit of another perspective, right? Good or bad, doesn't matter. We need the full circle. That's why I always say sometimes I play devil's advocate, because we need to think logically about both sides. So whatever the other three are saying, just see if it fits your bias, if it fits your your thought process, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, that's fine as well, because I know I don't align with you guys all the time, but it's pretty cool. So somebody took the time out of their day. I have this weird bald spot right here. I would just like to point out I have really nice hair. I don't have a weird bald spot right there, but I do in the picture. Anyway, I'm looking at a IGO, maybe whatever's down here. And then we got our trolls. We always have our trolls, right? I got a pig nose there. I have a Hollywood nose. Look at that. This is a Hollywood nose, not a pig nose. But whatever. Have I ever pumped muln? No. See, if I pumped muln, you all would love me. But sometimes some of you guys just don't. But you're like, you know what? I subscribe and I support, and I take it for what it is. And like I always say, my followers here on this page are top notch. I don't have these type of people, Fud Daddy 420, who wants to talk about Dogecoin. Whatever. I mean, a lot of us have lost money in muln, and a lot of us are bitter, and a lot of us are down in our long-term accounts, and it is what it is. That's why we just talk about it in a reasonable sense here on this page. But yeah, go follow this dude. He looks like he could be pretty entertaining, and you can always unfollow if you don't like what you're seeing. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Let's look at muln. We're just going to do a quick video here. There's not a whole lot of news or anything that we need to talk about, but other than what we're watching, we did get a nice bounce to what I thought would be the top, and we exceeded it at that 13, and I think we ran all the way up to about 16 cents. So some of you guys made a nice trade there. What I'm watching right now, we consolidated right through this trend line that we've been banging our heads off of. So I'm interested in that. We did give up what could be a potential reversal. We're just waiting to see where the consolidation ends and which way it wants to go. So once it stops going sideways, obviously that's going to give us our direction. 10 cents right now seems to be kind of our decision point, so be watching that closely. Right now on the 30-minute, we're trying to break back into creating possibly an uptrend, but we do have our trend line and we have our fib line that are both kicking us right in the head right there around 1020. So get above 1020, and then let's see if we can start making our moves back to the upside. On the longer time frames, I mean, it's been trending nicely. If this is going to bounce with a curl up, the 4-hour RSI will be trying to work its way back up. It's still relatively cool. So on the longer time frames, we have some time for this to make its turn and burn. The 1 hour made a nice curl back up right off of our RSI trend line, which is good to see as well. You can see it tapped right down and made a strong curl back up, but we still have room to go on that before we get into what I would say was truly bullish territory. Like I said, we're just consolidating right now. We're not doing a whole lot of anything. Even on the 30-minute, we have not cracked my line. My line's 50 on the RSI if I'm playing anything for whether, depending on the time on the RSI is the time on your trade. Longer time frames on the RSI gives you a little bit more time in the trade. Shorter gives you a shorter time in the trade. We're just doing an old fashioned with straight makers this evening. Answer me this. Do you put cherries in an old fashioned? I think it might depend on where you live. Like, I don't do the juice. I'm not going to juice it and muddle it. And you already got simple syrup in there, so it's sweet enough. But at the same time, do you just like the cherry at the end? A nice cocktail cherry. I think you do. You probably do. But let me know. Let me know your thoughts on that. So what we're watching for is a base at 1020 to continue to push to the upside, a breakout and a base. So probably a retest. And let's see how that goes as far as we're moving in muln. Right now, it spiked above, but we're seeing the resistance at that level on the shorter time frames. So I don't know exactly what it's going to do. We want this to make its reversal. Hopefully dilution is done and we can grind our way back up before any further action is taken against muln. How's our Ortex looking? Shorts overview. Utilization's at 100%. Cost to borrow is not nearly high enough for that to be the case, in my opinion. 10.75%. That's pretty much free, and we are pretty low in the price territory, so don't think shorts have to cover right now. Shorts are very, very profitable. At that cost to borrow, they're not sweating anything. We need a big move. We need big news. We need something major to happen. 13.99%, a little bit of an increase, and 263.77 million shares on loan, which is not that much whenever we think about the float size. As far as the reported goes, maybe there's naked shorts out there. Maybe there's not. We don't know. We find that out, I guess, as time goes on, if anything ever happens as far as the retail battle goes. And we just take it one day at a time, one level at a time, one step at a time. So let's look at the charts real quick as far as our ups and our downs. We made that strong, almost tapped the 2618 at whenever we made that run back up. What was our high there? 1549. So 1578 is what the anticipation would have been as far as what our fib lines are, and we got spiked right back down. So let's see if it can slowly make its return back up there. Your immediate level 1020, from there 1051, from there 1096, and then we start making a little bit more of an increase. I know it's painful whenever you're trading penny stocks and you're fighting all of these small channels, but 1152, 1315, 1578. I would absolutely love to see it much higher, because I do think that muln's going to reverse split at some point unless they get big enough news and they can hit the ground running, but it's going to take something major right now. So that's why I just keep saying be mindful of what your position is, what you're doing, and what you're looking for. If you're just here for the trade, that's great. Make the trade and protect yourself to the downside. If you're DCAing, don't be chasing runs. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but be watching your levels to the downside along with your RSIs. So like I said, at 4 cents, That's about as low as it can go with their allowed reverse split and still be at $1. And I don't think they'll be able to hold that compliancy for very long at that point. So, what are you watching? You're watching your levels below 10 cents, I guess, at this point. If you're still thinking about what you want to do as far as your long-term position goes, 9.51, 8.89, and then if I see 4 cents, I'll probably put it into my long position again, just because. But I did the 13, I did the 9, and now I'm waiting to see if it goes any lower than that, just because I want to be positioning myself in the best case situation for if a reverse split does go down. I don't want to have a terrible average. If you don't want to hold from now till then, understandable as well, if it's not worth DCA and if it's going to cost you way too much money. But you just have to make your own decisions and position yourself to what you think would be a strategic advantage to if this happens. I've set myself up for being prepared for that situation. So whether that be account management, protecting yourself, or if you think that you found the bottom where it's really going to change your average, so that if a 1 for 20, 1 for 25 does happen, does that make your average reasonable? Multiply your number by 20, 25 times and see if that is a reasonable expectation for what you think muln could do. Or if you think they will never do that, then you can make an educated decision as far as what you want to do. But I just want to jump in here. Like I said, it was just because whoever took the time to make something and throw it out there, I figured I would make a video and just shout him out. And I appreciate all you guys being here. I hope you had a good day in the markets, and I hope you made some money. I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.